My name is Liliana Felix, and I will be discussing the hormones of the pituitary gland. This right here is the pituitary gland, and the hypothalamus, which is also in the brain, controls both the anterior and posterior lobes of the pituitary gland. So the posterior pituitary gland releases oxytocin and ADH, which is antidiuretic hormone. The oxytocin targets the uterus, which is right here, and the mammary glands, which are right here. The action of the oxytocin in the uterus is labor contraction, and the action of it in the mammary glands is milk ejection. And then the ADH hormone that is released in the posterior pituitary, the target for that is the kidneys, which are right here, and the action is water reabsorption. And now for the anterior pituitary gland, it is just the anterior part of that gland. It releases somatotropin, which is also known as the growth hormone, and that targets the general body cells and the liver. And then in general body cells, it just the action is cell growth, and in the liver, it breaks down glycogen. And then another hormone in the anterior pituitary is prolactin, and that also targets mammary glands, but the action for that is milk production, while the oxytocin in the posterior pituitary is milk ejection. So the one in the anterior produces it and the other one ejects it. It also produces thyroid TSH, which is thyroid stimulating hormone, and that targets the thyroid gland, which is right here, and that hormone results in the release of calcitonin, thyroxine, and triiodothyronine. I can never say that word. Also known as T3 and T4. So the T3 and T4, they target the general body cells and they higher metabolism, and calcitonin targets the bones, the nephrons of the kidneys, the kidneys and the small intestine, which is right here. And then the action of it in the small intestine lowers the calcium levels in the blood, and then that's the action of it in the bone, nephrons of the kidney and the small intestine. It just lowers the calcium levels. And then the anterior pituitary gland also releases adrenocorticotropic hormone, and that targets the adrenal cortex and results in the release of glucocorticoids, which and those glucocorticoids higher metabolism as well.